The Note is a PS1 game from 1997. No one remembers it, and it never got an American release because, well, quite frankly, it's awful. This game goes nowhere, it doesn't try to say anything, nothing means anything, and it's actually almost impressive how much nothing this game gives to you. Normally I like to talk about the development of a game before we get into it, but this game just has no information on it. There's nothing. This game just is nothing. Honestly, The Note deserves to stay forgotten, but I won't let it. I'm here to dig up its dusty old corpse to show you all how nothing this game is. The profound nothingness of this story begins with some book pages flapping around and some narration.
3 members of the occult club of a senior high school turned up missing while away on holiday. One of them, a girl called Linda, sent her mother some photographs before she disappeared, but the photos were no ordinary holiday snaps. They showed an old dilapidated mansion, an eerie spirit-like creature.
Yes, The Note is a tale of eerie, spirit-like creature. Anyway, the rest of the intro goes on to say that Linda's mother employs the help of a freelance occult reporter named Akira to find the missing kids. Akira also drags along his assistant named Angela. You know, instead of calling anyone competent, we go straight for the freelance reporter. The children were apparently last seen in a country town in southern Europe, so that's where they go.
There, he found the mansion.
Now, I would like you to note, haha, so you get it, the game is called The Note, that's a silly reference, that this nothing burger of a game actually has 3 title drops before the game even begins. That's impressive. Having made their way inside the mansion, Akira and Angela take in their surroundings.
It's so quiet.
Yeah. No sign of anyone around. Do you think the kids were really here?
If Linda sent photos of the place, they must have been. But whether they're still around or not is a different matter.
I can't get those photos of the spirits out of my head.
Me neither.
Well, let's take a look around and see what we can find.
Now, the way that this game functions is actually one of the worst game structures I've ever seen in my entire life. The Note features gameplay that's carried out through long and slow to access menus with a lot of options. So for example, here's what opening a door would look like in this game. First, of course, you would walk over to the door. Then you would open the menu. Then you would choose Execute. Then Operate. Then finally choose Open. The door will now open. You would have to go through this process for every single door in the game, but thankfully the Note does allow you to attach commands to your trigger buttons. This works, but the problem is that there are literally dozens of commands available and you only have 4 trigger buttons. Completing this game is a genuine testament of patience, and you get nothing for it. The other main gameplay thing in the Note is the shop, also a tremendous inconvenience. You see, traversing the mansion takes a lot of resources: ammo, oil, matches, ointments, antidotes. And of course, you have a very limited amount of how much you can carry at any given time, and the only 2 entrances to this shop are at the very beginning of the game. So you might be thinking, well, what if I run out of an item toward the end of the game? Well, my friend, you'd have to run all the way back, every time. But you know, there's one shop that I actually do enjoy purchasing products from: Manta Sleep, who also happens to be sponsoring this video. You know, Valentine's Day is coming up quickly and you might be thinking of gifts for that special someone. Do you know what every single person on Earth likes? A good night's sleep. My personal favorites are the new generation of Manta Sleep sound mask. It blocks out 100% of light, is comfortable in any sleeping position, and has built-in Bluetooth speakers for you to listen to early bird videos as you drift off to sleep. I promise there's no subliminal messaging. There's also the white noise machine with a whopping 15 noise blocking sounds to choose from. Now, I'm gonna be real with you for a second. I wasn't sure if I would personally like a white noise machine before trying this one out, and it really actually does block out the noises of my neighbor's dogs barking eternally, and it's pretty relaxing. So if you're trying to sleep in a noisy environment, I absolutely recommend. Both of these products would make fantastic gifts for either a loved one or even yourself. Below the video, I will tag some products products if you're interested in checking them out, and any purchases from there will directly support the channel. And if you do make a purchase, remember to use coupon code EARLY for 10% off at checkout. And back to the nothingness of the note. There are all kinds of critters and monsters wandering about the halls of the mansion. The note does in fact unfortunately feature combat. You may have noticed the main character blinking a lot. This is your health bar. The faster your character blinks and the more their vision narrows, the less health you have remaining.
It's dangerous! Let's get out of here!
Your one and only weapon throughout the game will be this trusty gun. The gun will take up 2 of your 4 available trigger buttons for shooting and reloading, because the only other alternative is to do all of the combat through the menus, which is very silly and looks like this. It's very important after defeating a monster to either open up a window or light the room using items, as monsters respawn in dark rooms. And you do not want these little fuckers respawning. God forbid this game give you any kind of reticle or indication of where you're aiming. You want to know what it looks like to try to hit a bat? Once that little shitlord is finally gone, you want him to stay gone. As it turns out, the seemingly dusty, empty, and forgotten mansion isn't so empty after all.
Oh my, how unusual to see visitors. What brings you here?
I'm looking for some people.
I see.
These children, actually. Have you seen them?
Yes, I've seen them.
Really? I'd appreciate any information you can give me about them.
I don't mind telling you, but could you look for something for me too?
Look for something?
It's about this size, a small red stone. You'll know it if you see it. If you find that stone for me, I'll tell you what I know about the children.
All right.
I'll be waiting for you here at this time tomorrow. Don't forget.
What an unpleasant person!
Yes, but it looks like we're getting closer.
I guess.
Brother, you got a big-ass shotgun in your hands. I'm thinking you probably could have made that lady tell you where the children are for free. After a bit of exploring, our humble hero discovers the red stone that the mysterious woman had been talking about, and it's time to bring it back to her.
I wonder what this stone is.
It feels kind of like there's something throbbing inside it.
That's what she said.
Did you find the stone?
Yes.
Well, let me see it.
This is the red stone you wanted, isn't it?
Yes, this is it.
Okay. Now tell us about the children. What's so funny? Fiend.
Do not venture any further into our world, or it will be the end for you. The children you are searching for are destined to die.
Akira uses his 1000 IQ and infinite optimism to deduce something quite important from this demon saying that the children are destined to die.
The children you are searching for are destined to die. So they must still be alive.
A fellow with tiny glasses named Paolo enters the fray and introduces himself. He says that he used to live in the mansion and seems to know a lot about the mysterious demon lady and the red stone.
That was Necromedia, mistress of death.
He goes on to explain that he's chasing evil spirits and that apparently these spirits like to put their souls into stones to keep them safe. Paulo had apparently hidden Necromedia's soul stone, and our big dumbasses just handed it right back to her.
I had hidden the red stone, but
we came and took it away. I'm so sorry.
Paulo says that he has seen the children, but with Necromedia involved, it's just a hopeless situation to go after them. He believes that anyone that gets involved beyond this point will surely die.
Do you know how we can find the evil spirits?
yes, but
Paulo, we must save those kids if they're still alive.
Paulo is hesitant to help, but decides to hand over a key to the spirit's castle so that the search may continue. He figures that the children must be imprisoned there. From here, the game starts getting a bit more absurd and odd. It's less dingy, dusty, abandoned mansion and more supernatural bullshit. For example, to enter the Castle of Spirits, you have to just walk face first into a solid wooden wall.
Do you think this is the Spirit's castle?
It looks like it.
We'd better go on very carefully from here on.
The Castle of Spirits is perilous indeed. There are even zombies. Angela provides absolutely nothing of value besides periodically commenting on the status of your health.
Are you okay? You're not looking so good.
In this area of the castle, there is one particularly notable room.
What on earth is this place?
It looks like an execution room.
Then those bones must be...
The remains of people they've killed.
Akira! There's something over there!
Gasp! Bum rushed by wolves in the execution room jump scare. Anyway, this room actually is important and it will come up a lot. Exploring this dungeon area of the Castle of Spirits thoroughly enough uncovers the first of the missing kids. You can't just talk to him though, unless you go in, light a torch, then leave the room and come back in, because you can't have a proper conversation with someone if the room is a little bit too dark, you know?
who are you?
My name is Akira. This is my partner, Angela. It's Dave, right?
Yes, but how come you know my name?
Linda's mother hired us to come and look for all of you. So it'd be pretty strange if we didn't at least know that, right?
I see. Linda's mother. So you're going to get us out of here?
Yes. But we don't have the key yet. Can you hang in there a little longer?
Sure.
The other two kids are being held in cells in this dungeon area as well, and the next kid is by far the biggest goober.
Gonna be killed. I'm gonna die.
That looks like... Yes! It's Toshi, isn't it?
I think so. Toshi? Don't worry, we're here to help you.
Toshi is very clearly shaken up and terrified by whatever it is he's seen in the mansion. He's completely convinced that he is seconds away from being killed. He almost even thinks, for a little bit anyway, that Akira and Angela are out to kill him.
Help me! Get me out of here! Quickly! Please, quickly!
I'm sorry, Toshi, but we don't have the key.
You're joking! You didn't really come here to save us after all. Of course, no one can save us from those evil spirits.
This scene goes on for quite a bit longer without really saying too much. Basically, they keep promising to Toshi that they will in fact save him, and Toshi talks a little bit about Dave. He says that Dave is extremely brave and tried to protect everyone even though he himself was terrified. Toshi is asked how they even ended up in the mansion in the first place, and he explains that they just happened to wander by and thought it was a cool place to take photos. That is until they saw an evil spirit. Toshi wanted to leave, but the others insisted on coming back to get more pictures despite what they saw. Eventually, their luck ran out and they were caught by said spirit. And last but not least of the missing kids is Linda.
Your mother hired us to come and look for all of you.
My mother? Oh, so she got the photos!
Yes.
Thank God!
You're a lucky girl.
Having met all of the captured kids, the clear goal is now to get a key to help them escape. This begins one of the worst segments of any game ever. Partially because it's long, tedious, and purposefully designed to be frustrating, but mostly because it does nothing. It doesn't matter what you do. Remember that the Note is a game that gives you nothing. Now, just come over here and sit down for a second. We're gonna talk real for a minute, alright? If you've been around here before, you've seen the kind of stupid shit that I record all of the time. I have a pretty high tolerance for old games being crusty, okay? In fact, there's only one game I've ever given up on trying to record, and that is Sentient for the PS1. I'm not playing that. It's garbage. But the Note almost got me. I almost gave up. And it's because of this segment right here.
Hold on. I'll stay here in this room and keep an eye on them all. If we both go to look for the key, something could happen to them while we're away.
But it's so dangerous.
It's a little dangerous, but we won't be safe anywhere while we're in this castle.
Angela decides to stay behind to protect the children by standing in a closed room down the hall from them. This doesn't even make sense. She also asks for a favor.
But bring back some oil in case the light in this room goes out. I won't be able to escape if it's dark.
From this point on in this area, Akira will periodically be interrupted by a message stating that Angela is almost out of oil.
The oil in the watchroom will run out soon.
It is optional to engage with, and you can progress without bringing her more oil, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I, however, am a noble spirit and chose to keep this bitch oiled up, and it is a tremendous undertaking and I regret my life. Let me tell you about what I went through. Not only is oil a valuable resource that you need to progress, it is only obtainable from the store at the very beginning of the game, and you're limited to how much of it you can carry. For some unbearably stupid reason, you can't just give Angela multiple oils, she can only accept one at a time. So, anytime you get a pop-up saying that she's low on oil, no matter how far away you are, you have to immediately drop what you're doing, pray to the Lord God that you have some spare oil on you because you probably won't have time to run all the way back to the beginning of the game, and then you have to make it over to her in time to refresh her oil. Now, this game can be very difficult to navigate. The maps aren't particularly good, and all of the hallways in most areas just look identical. So when you're elbow deep in the middle of a labyrinth and all of a sudden you get a notification that you have to find your way back on a very specific time limit, you know, just whenever the game feels like it, it kind of made me want to become Amish and never play a video game ever again.
Anything happen?
No, nothing.
This segment is just like actually not fun. I don't think I've ever had less fun in a game. It's not like it's terribly difficult or the hardest thing ever, it's just really boring and tedious. Eventually though, the dungeon key is found.
Necromata.
Congratulations on making it this far. You found the dungeon key too, I see. Not bad for a human. But this is as far as you get. It's time for you to take a little rest. Then afterwards, I'll take my time to...
Da! That was a really good da! I liked that. In fact, my only joy in this game is the stupid noises this man makes.
Damn!
Our humble protagonist is now trapped in the lower level of the dungeon with seemingly no way out. That is, until he finds a hole in the ceiling above.
Is there anyone down there?
Is that you, Paolo?
Paulo has magically appeared at the right place at the right time with a magical Deus Ex Machina device that he drops down.
Where am I? What happened?
Amazing, isn't it? It's called a mark item.
Paulo goes on to explain that it's a two-part device that will teleport the user to wherever the other half of the item is currently located. And you actually can briefly use this to conveniently get back to places like the store, which is nice, but it would have been nicer to have access to this during the oil debacle, but you know, I'll take what I can get. I also really like how if you walk up to Paulo and inspect him, the game is just like, nothing, Nothing is here. The disrespect. See, remember how I said it just doesn't matter what you do in this game? Regardless of if you keep Angela topped off on oil, which I must remind you is a fucking awful task, she ends up in a dark prison cell. There's no way to prevent this, and life has no meaning.
Akira!
What happened?
The children were taken away just a few minutes ago.
What?
If we hurry, we'll still be able to catch up with them.
Okay. Hold on while I get you out of there. Right. Let's go.
Angela, you had one job. To watch the fucking kids! Why, Angela? The whole reason we did all of this is because you said that you had to stand there. I should have known something was wrong when you were standing in a room down the hall with the door closed. You know what? This is on me. Really quick, that bit there, I just wanted to tell you about this because it's funny. We had a repair guy in the house and he was there for a couple hours, so I kind of forgot that he was here. And I was recording that, right? Where I just start suddenly screaming about how you had one job, you had to watch the kids. Anyway, this random repair guy thinks that I have deep and severe relationship problems now. But the search for the missing children continues.
Necromedia.
Did you have a nice little rest in the dungeon?
You! Where did you take them?
You really want to know? You'll find out about one of them soon enough.
Apparently at this point in the story, if you didn't keep up with the oil, one of the kids dies. Now you'd think that a major character death might actually affect the story, but well, we'll get to that in a little bit.
I must be going.
Necromedia poofs away and leaves behind a big fat Minotaur boss. Two of them, actually, and Toshi is found in the execution room chained to the wall.
Someone help me!
And he screams the entire fight.
What took you so long? I was about to be killed!
Sorry, I meant to get back sooner.
Paolo shows up again and takes a long-ass time to explain that it would be wise to check some southern underground tower area for the next missing kid. It's also amusing to me that the dialogue always refers to these teenagers as child or children, because yeah, they're kids, right? But also Dave sounds 40.
I see. Linda's mother.
Now these characters have made some interesting decisions throughout the game, but this is by far the worst.
Could you take Toshi to a safe place?
Okay. When I've got him there, I'll come back.
Thanks.
Now, was it not Angela's entire fault that Toshi got taken in the first place because she wasn't watching him? You know what? Yeah, sure, whatever. Just take him.
Angela, how did it go with Toshi?
I got him back safely.
Oh, glory, hallelujah, what a fortuitous turn of events. Angela did indeed get Toshi to safety. No more oil required. You know, this game just keeps throwing me curveballs. Every time I think I might be able to predict or guess what's about to happen, a giant fucking Minotaur pops out. Or Angela turns out to actually be competent for once in the game. Or the really sluggish, slow, ambling zombies suddenly get majestic and limber and start doing this for some reason. What the fuck? Why have they become acrobatic? Gotcha, bitch. Dope. Oh my fucking, oh, it's crawling around now. Oh, wait, this one died with his foot in the other one's crotch. Another interesting moment I had with the monsters of the note were at some point later in the game, you run into some snakes. No, it's a snake. Oh no, I almost feel bad about that. It was at this point that I got kind of stuck and I couldn't figure out what to do for a little while because, well, what you're supposed to do is, you see this wall here? You're supposed to throw a rope that you picked up at this wall to propel up it. I actually tried that, but it didn't work. So I looked it up in a walkthrough and, well, it turns out you just have to get that perfect spot. Very intuitive. Good job, game designers. This was very fun and I enjoyed throwing the rope 500 times. This area of the game starts to look really cool, or maybe I was just desperately starved for a different looking hallway by this point. Who knows? There's also some actually genuinely cool spooks to be had in this area. My personal favorite being this evil void black mirror that doesn't reflect anything in this mysterious room. After inspecting it, you turn around and there's an evil version of yourself with a shotgun. That's fun. The evil doppelganger is pretty strong though, so the only way to defeat him is to break the mirror. The broken mirror leaves shards all over the floor, and you gotta pick one up for the dumbest fucking enemy in the game coming up. And by dumbest enemy, I mean you walk into this room with a bunch of snakes, right? And you end up killing them. At the back side of the room, there's a door, so you head over to it and poof, this Medusa lady just walks up to you. Now you know how this game has a blinking mechanic, right? You have to psychically be able to predict that this Medusa monster is coming. Then you have to magically deduce that you have to use the mirror shard in your inventory on her before you're done blinking, so that instead of looking at her and dying, she ends up petrifying herself via the reflection. Now this wouldn't be that annoying if the only save point in the game wasn't all the way back at the very beginning of the game, which makes cheap shots like this particularly rage-inducing. Eventually the game takes you to a sewer level because sewer levels are necessary always for some reason. Down here in a damp, yucky prison cell is Dave. But of course you can't just talk to him because the room is dark, so you have to do the whole song and dance of lighting the torch, and then leaving and coming back in to trigger the cutscene because, yeah. It's not like this guy's been waiting forever to get saved or anything.
Sorry it took so long.
Akira, you came back like you promised.
Are you the only one here? What happened to Linda?
Linda? She was taken away just a few minutes ago.
If we don't go after her right away, she'll be in great danger.
Angela, you get Dave to a safe place. I'll go on ahead to the execution room.
Okay.
With Dave and Toshi safe, there's only one kid left to save, Linda, who got taken away just a few minutes ago. Why in this game is it always, oh man, you're just like 1 minute too late. I'm sorry, if you had just been here 60 seconds earlier, we wouldn't have had to do all of this. Every time, in like every scene, why? Linda is located all the way back in the execution room in an entirely different part of the game. Now you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, only one kid left to save? Well, that's odd. The story hasn't gone anywhere. Yeah, just wait. It gets worse.
Akira, help!
Who are you? Ah, the human that Necromeda was pursuing. I see.
Help! No! Keep away!
Oh, but I'm sorry. Did you think that was a cutscene? No, that's actually the boss fight, and Linda just complains the entire time. This boss does that whole fake out thing where the whole point is to lose the fight because you're not strong enough to beat him no matter how hard you try, but like he's still posed as an actual fight. Which just makes me daydream about playing a better game like Elden Ring or Devil May Cry 5. Except those fake out bosses you can beat actually if you really believe in the heart of the cards. Anyway, Hypnos, he just hugs you to death and then he laughs an iconic laugh.
So you humans thought you could defeat me, Hypnos, Master of Terror.
No, I wouldn't say that I thought that, sir. I actually don't really know who you are because this game just gives me nothing. Also, apparently this boss's voice actor is the same voice actor as Dave, so that's fun, I guess.
What fools you are.
Once again, Paolo mysteriously shows up. I don't know why he doesn't just travel with us at this point. He literally just goes every single place that we go.
You are still trying to destroy us, I see.
Yes, I won't stop till I have my revenge on you for killing my wife.
Oh my god, finally a lore drop. So, this is a story of revenge. But Hypnos is just too powerful. Surely he can't be defeated. I shot him like 50 times and it did nothing to him. Even Hypnos is like, ha, good luck, idiot. There's no way you can kill me.
Ha! What about this? Does this change anything?
My soul stone? Where did you find it?
The gang gets Linda all unchained, and Akira is weirdly nonchalant about just almost dying.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm all right.
Linda apologizes for dragging everyone into this mess in the first place, and Akira goes,
This is what I do for a living, you know?
Brother, you're a journalist for a living. Fighting ghouls and demons to save children is not what you do for a living, actually. Then Paolo is like, all right, well, I guess you're all going home then, huh? Well, not me. I've got to kill the last 2 remaining spirits in this cursed place. However, since Akira is pretty injured, he does offer to help guide them back to the entrance. With the main goal of the game accomplished, you just know it's not going to be as easy as walking back to the entrance and leaving. Necromedia, or however you want to pronounce it, this game can't even decide, suddenly appears and puts Angela in a bubble. Paolo addresses Necromedia and asks, hey, what the fuck was that for? What do you plan on doing to her?
The same thing I did to your wife!
God damn, that delivery was cold.
You monster!
Sorry, but I don't have time to waste on you. Goodbye!
Angela!
Paolo is like, well, Angela's gonna die if you don't go save her. So Akira is like, oh, okay, well, do you know where she could have been taken to?
Probably to the room of death.
Yeah, so if you ask someone where your friend is, the last thing you probably want to hear is the room of death. Paolo explains that that room will need a key before he can get in. And with that, it's another search for a key, while Paolo promises to find Necromedia's soul stone to destroy her once and for all. You know, the one that's Akira's fault that she has back in the first place. And look, see, when we visit the store now, you can see all 3 kids are collected. We've saved all of them. Yay! There are indeed ways to let the other kids die, but saving them is a lot easier than the whole oil debacle to save Dave. In one of the castle halls, you can see paintings of the spirits that inhabit the building. One is completely blank, one is Hypnos, one is Necromedia, and one is this ominous fellow that the painting refers to as Thanatos. Yeah, look, I don't know, that's just how the note pronounces it, alright, don't ask me. This area here contains the spirits' soul stones, and thankfully, as the player, we actually only have to find one because Paolo does the rest of the work. Paolo is an extremely competent and useful character that has all kinds of gadgets and items to help him do all of this, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like the kids and everybody are just kind of getting in his way at this point. And speaking of which, those spirits in the paintings, of course we've met Hypnos and Necromedia, but we never actually get to meet Thanatos because well, Paolo is OP.
Akira!
Akira, your partner is safe.
Paolo? Are you all right?
Yes, don't worry. It'd take more than that to do me in.
What was that?
That was Thanatos, Master of Death. He's the oldest of the spirits, an overlord of those I was pursuing.
Paolo, why are you involved in this?
They killed my wife a number of years ago.
The game just rehashes the whole Paolo's wife revenge plot for some reason, in case you didn't get it. He's also apparently strong enough to just kill the god of death on his own.
There's nothing left for me now.
Akira, we'd better get out of here.
Yes.
Let's go.
I hope you destroy them, Paolo.
So Paolo, a guy that turned the literal god of death into a stain on the floor by himself, is bleeding profusely and collapses from his injuries and grief about his dead wife. And Angela just goes, "We should leave, haha." All right then, whoever wrote this. They just straight up actually do leave him there, but it doesn't matter anyway because nothing matters in this game. We've still got a final boss to do, and Paolo somehow, for some reason, pops up once again.
Akira,
What happened?
I'm sorry, but I can't return home with you.
Why not? You can't mean you're going to stay behind here.
This is such a weird scene because Paolo already said he has nothing to live for and that he was going to stay behind. But we'll just go over this again, I guess.
Paolo, what is it?
You really thought I'd let you escape that easily?
necromedia.
You've impressed me, Paolo. I never imagined you'd be able to defeat both Thanatos and Hypnos.
And you're about to follow them, necromedia.
How could such a puny little thing like you fight me? There's no way you can win!
You're the one who should be worrying about that.
You haven't got...
Yes, I have. Oh!
Paolo, are you all right? Leave this to me.
Hold your tongue, human, and you may live a little longer. No. Why not get rid of you now?
The last boss fight is really annoying, and you have to do a lot of really specific aiming without a lot of really specific reticle. But if you're persistent enough, necromedia goes down. And now, dear viewer, I must ask you, are you ready to witness the final scene? The culmination of all of this story? Beware. I warned you that it is nothing. Are you brave enough to gaze into the abyss?
Akira, you did it!
Yes, somehow. Paolo?
Akira, did you get its soul stone?
Yes.
Good. My revenge is now complete.
Let's get out of here.
I told you, Akira, I cannot return home.
Why not? You've had your revenge on the spirits now, haven't you?
Yes, I have, but
Akira! Come on, Akira! Let's go!
But
when you get back, burn down the mansion to seal up the entrance to the castle. It's time to say farewell. We won't be meeting again.
Paolo. Why couldn't he?
Come on! Let's go home!
Okay.
Yep, that's the end. Those are indeed the credits you see rolling. You were wondering what would happen to Toshi, Dave, and Linda? Yeah, well, fuck them. You thought there might be a little something more than just Angela going, Akira, let's go home now. Too bad, you get nothing. If you let all of the children die, nothing changes. It's the same scene always. If you don't save them, sometimes the scenes change slightly to tell you that off-screen a character has died. That's it. Seriously, you get nothing for trying. Well, actually, you do get a little after credits action. Oh, come on! What the fuck does this imply? Are you telling me that Paolo is the last spirit, the one that has his little painting ripped off and blank? Okay, so if Paolo is the final spirit in the mansion, that would explain actually why he can't go back, but what about his wife? Was he like a person at one point? Is the wife plot fake? Why do none of the other spirits recognize him at all? And they're all like, oh geez, wow, I didn't know a little human like you could possibly defeat the god of death. That's crazy. Like, wouldn't they know him? I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Ultimately, The Note is a horror game that isn't scary, and it's needlessly complicated. Also, aiming the shotgun in this game, I think, altered my brain chemistry permanently. I'm a little bit angrier at baseline always now. Like, the note gave me a permanent debuff. And for what? For nothing. For absolutely nothing. Thank you so much for watching and making it all the way to the end of this goofy video. If you enjoy the content and want to see more, please check out the second channel. It will be linked below. I post random stuff that doesn't fit here and gameplay videos over there. And if you're feeling particularly generous, also check out the Ko-fi link where you can help support the channel monthly or leave a one-time tip. One of the monthly options makes your name shiny in the Discord server. Ooh, ah. Hee hoo, goodbye.